Today I'm going to teach you how to do the long tail cast on in knitting. You're going to grab your yarn and hold it between your fingers and measure all the way up to your shoulder to see where you're going to be holding on the rest of the yarn. Now hold that spot because right there is where we're going to do a slip knot. To do the slip knot, you're just going to cross your yarn over and then reach in that little loop from the top. I like to tell kids that they are like a chicken and they're coming in for their feed and they scoop that right out and hold that loop. Now that is your slip knot, and you're actually going to keep that little loop. I'll show you how to do it one more time. You're going to cross it over your finger, reach through the top like a chicken. Now kids might need to have the loop a little bit large to reach their fingers like a chicken and pull it straight up to make that loop. Now you'll want to put it onto your knitting needle and make it a little bit smaller so that it fits pretty comfortably. And you'll make it a little smaller, the loop a little smaller, just so it fits comfortably enough to slide. It's not too tight and it is not too loose. So to do the long tail cast on, you have your what's called your tail and your working yarn, which is what's attached to the yarn ball. We're now going to make little crocodile mouths with our fingers to scoop up both the working yarn and the tail to separate the two of them, and we're going to go underneath the working yarn loop and scoop that yarn. And then our crocodile fingers, we're going to go underneath the working yarn and scoop up that tail. Crocodile fingers, we're going to scoop up underneath and grab that tail. This is called the long tail cast on. And then you cast on the number of stitches that your knitting pattern tells you to do. Once you get the hang of it, you will not be exaggerating the crocodile mouth anymore, but you do still need to be making sure that your two fingers are holding the working yarn from the tail, and you're going to be holding them separately, which is why I do the crocodile fingers with kids, because it really helps them to see that those are two different directions that the yarn is coming from. You have what's called the working yarn, which is attached to the yarn ball, and you have the tail, which isn't going to be knit with past this point, past casting on, because as you can see, all of the yarn is in the yarn ball. So we will be working from the yarn ball, but we do need this tail in order to do the long tail cast on. So you exaggerate the crocodile mouth to do the long tail cast on, just like we did the exaggerated fingers for the chicken beak to do the slip knot. And then just keep count as you go, or do a few and come back and count to see how many more stitches you need to cast on. Casting on is always going to look skinnier than when you start knitting because they are very close together. You haven't done any knit stitches yet. So this is what the bottom of the long tail cast on looks like. It's almost like a little braid. And I really like using this cast on for clean edges.